Hi all, and welcome to the channel. I'm really glad you're here today. Today, I'm gonna share with you an experience that happened to me recently where I had a project that I showcased on this channel, and I actually took that project and turned it into a product and sold it on Etsy. And when I did that, I had $2,205 worth of sales in just 1 month. It actually blew me away. I'm gonna talk about what that project is. So if you're interested in making it and selling it yourself, you can do that as a woodworker. And if you're doing this as a side hustle, it'll help you out. Also, I'm gonna talk about the pluses and minuses of the project and selling the volume that I sold. And if you wanna know what that is, stick around because we're about to get started. Okay, so I bet you're dying to know what I made that sold so well on Etsy. Well, the product that I actually produced was something that I actually showcased here on this channel on how you can make it, and I'll put a link to that video right here and also in the description below. Okay, so what I made was actually a fireplace mantle beam. Now, this beam was totally customizable by the customer in its length and depth, and they could also choose the color. Which, the thing that surprised me the most about this is the fact that the market is tremendously saturated on Etsy right now for buying beams. And I didn't even think I'd be able to penetrate that market. And I did. I actually had 889 people look at the beam in 1 month, and I had a 10% conversion rate of about 8. So that's about 10%, close to it. So I sold 8 beams. That equated to $2,205. I was just honestly blown away about how many I sold with a saturated market in the Etsy channel. Now, a lot of the traffic didn't come from this YouTube channel. It really came through Etsy search and also their ads. Here's a look at my screen. You can see right here that this is the amount of visits that I had to the page. And right here is how much I sold. And you can see where the traffic sources are from. All right, so what this told me was that as a woodworker and doing this as a side business, side hustle, is that you shouldn't be afraid to penetrate a saturated market in the woodworking industry. And if you feel like you want to make a wooden beam and try selling it on the Etsy, go for it. I bet you'll be pretty successful. Try and make it unique to you, offer some variations to customers, and above all, have great customer service. One thing that I do want to warn you about is make sure you pack your beams carefully. I had about 2 of my beams arrive damaged. Because of the damaged beams, it wasn't any fault of the customer. I said I'll be more than happy to replace it for you and ship it out. Now, a word of warning, shipping costs a lot of money. It costs way more than you can think. And to put things into perspective, it costs about $25, $35 in material to actually make the beam. It's about $60 to $80 to ship. Okay, which it's just crazy. So almost 3 times the amount depending on where you live in the United States and where you're shipping it from East Coast to West Coast. I live in the Midwest, so shipping is pretty reasonable, although going to California is always very expensive. So make sure you build that into your price, because when I sold my very first one, I only made 50 bucks and I spent like 150. And I sold it for $200. So I only made $50 and it took me several hours to make. So it really wasn't worth the hourly rate that I needed to make my time worth making it. So I upped my prices and I still sold 8 of them. So just be careful. You'll also need to invest in boxes that are large enough to ship your beams and also packing materials so it doesn't get broken. And always, always have great customer service, even if it costs you and you lose money on a product or a sale. I had it happen to me where I basically lost money. I was in the negative because of the damage that occurred in the time and energy that I took to make one of my larger beams. It arrived to the customer damaged. I had to ship them out a brand new one, and I actually lost money. I didn't even break even on it, and it happened to me twice. So just be careful when you're packing and selling and have great customer service. And also, try it. jump in, go find something where the market's saturated in woodworking and try and penetrate that market, add your unique spin on it, because I know you all out there have great ideas. Well, if you liked this video and found it very helpful, please smash that thumbs up button. If you want to know more about the business side of this, it lets me know that you want more of this type of content. And also, if you have any questions about this, post in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. All right, guys, till next time, I'll see you later.